I've decided that changing my shirt is ridiculous, so I'm not gonna do it. Hello, my friends. Today we have a book haul. This is like the culmination of Christmas gifts, my Christmas bonus at work, because you can't not spend your Christmas bonus on books, and the myriad of bad decisions that I've made since said Christmas bonus. So first of all, let's talk about the elephant that was in the thumbnail. I bought the box set of Demon Slayer. This is just the box because I've taken out all of the volumes and put them up on my shelf. I'll insert a picture if I have a picture. Did I take a picture? Future Joe, did you take a picture?
Bitch, you know I didn't. And I'm not gonna get up and go do it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. All right, bye.
But I did buy the box set of this. I've watched the anime, the first season of the anime. Really liked it. I've read the first volume so far, and I'm super excited to continue on. So let's carry on with the manga theme. I also got, why is this already dirty? I haven't even read it yet. Berserk, the, what is it, like the ultimate big ass motherfucker edition? This edition of Berserk. Deluxe edition. It says right there on the front. Volume 1, the deluxe edition. This is an omnibus edition. I've heard so many amazing things about Berserk. I've owned the first volume, like just the first like singular volume forever. Read it forever ago, never continued on because manga volumes are expensive if you're not buying them in omnibus volumes. Omnibus versions. So I love these. They look so freaking snazzy on my shelf. Like, look how snazzy that looks. Look how snazzy that is. What is this marking right here? What is this symbol? I don't know. I haven't read it yet. And I'm really excited to collect these. Super excited, super fun, super snazzy. I bought this for myself. Moving on. What else did I buy manga-wise? I only bought one other thing of manga. Vinland Saga. Omnibus. Book 7. Vinland Saga Book 7. I've been slowly making my way through Vinland Saga for the past, I don't know, like since August or September. Been fucking loving it. I love the series. Vikings, revenge. There's slavery at some point. Things are happening. It's really brutal. It's also really emotional at times. And it provides some really interesting conversations about human nature and the complexities of grief within this bomb-ass battle story about Vikings coming to England. It's great. Book-wise, you can already see number 1 right up here, Elantris by Brandy Sandy. Let's talk about the other Brandy Sandy, Mistborn by Brandy Sandy. I've been wanting to get more into the Cosmere. The only things that I've read is the Arrow 1 of Mistborn and the first 2 books in the Stormlight Archive series. So I got this really awesome edition of Mistborn. I love the cover, and I like this a lot better than the other editions that I had. You can see them up here. The UK editions that were all the rage in like 2018 BookTube. I have those. They were the most difficult things I've ever had to read from. So I got these. This, I didn't get the rest of the trilogy, but I got this, and I'm super excited about it. I love this cover. I think it's fantastic. And then obviously Elantris. And again, I love this cover. I love the green. Also, I don't know why publishers don't do this more often. Like, is there an option to have flop? Like, the flop level should be all the way turned up, because these and the Stormlight Archive editions that I have, the most amazing reading experience. They're so comfortable and buttery in your hand. Fantastic. I read this in January. The other, I don't know, elephant in the room is the first 3 books in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series by Matt Dinneman. This is my newest obsession. Okay, you guys, this is my newest obsession. They're out of order. Dungeon Crawler Carl comes first. And I love these covers. Again, they're just fantastic. And then we have Carl's Doomsday Scenario. Fantastic. It's just, they're so good. And then the Dungeon Anarchist Cookbook, which I have read in the first week of February. Fantastic. The content within them is just hilarious, and it's been just an amazing time going through this series. And I'm so sad that I only have 3 more books left out so far for me to read. Fantastic, fun, just absurd, but also really dark at times. A lot of emotions. I actually shed like a tear during a scene at the end of this book. So it's not all fun and games in the dungeon, you guys. It's not all funs and games. I'm trying to savor them, but I just want to binge it because I'm obsessed with this story. I'm obsessed with Dungeon Crawler Carl and Princess Donut, okay? Next we have Lightbringer by Pierce Brown. This is book 6 in the Red Rising saga. I read Dark Age in December. It was a really big letdown for me, so I'm hoping that Lightbringer is gonna pick the series back up a little bit. I'm hoping that the things that happened in Dark Age were more set up for Lightbringer than a prediction as to where the series is going from here. Really, really hesitant because of the experience that I had with Dark Age, but I have to get to this one. Red Rising Rising Saga is one of my favorite series that I have ever read, but we shall see. I also wish that I had gotten this in paperback. I wish that I had waited for the paperback version. But you know what? When you have Christmas money, you don't really make good decisions. So this box set of The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. So finally I can read this and I can become a real fantasy fan. Last year was the first time that I actually watched the entirety of The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit movies from start to finish. I watched them as I was doing my fingernails last year. I had always wanted to watch them, and I had watched the first movie like 4 times, but had never continued on with the series. I watched them all. I absolutely love them. I'm obsessed with them. There for a couple of months, every time I would be doing anything in the house, I would go on YouTube and search Hobbit ambiance. That would be the soundtrack of my life for a few months there. But we have The Fellowship of the Ring. Oh, it's so fucking cool. I love them. Two Towers. Beautiful. I love them. And then The Return of the King. So I'm really looking forward to getting into these at some point this year. I'm so excited about them. I'm so scared as well because I really want to love them, but I'm super excited to have this in my possession. I love the box. What else do we have? Rhapsody by Elizabeth Hayden, another fantastic cover. This is like this classic fantasy type cover. It's a wraparound. Oh my gosh. And I found out about this book from Shelley from Shell Space. She's been talking about it. She's been rereading these books and really liking her experience with them. I had never heard of this series before in my life, and I really don't know what this is about other than what Shelley has said, and that it's pretty much like to the scope of The Wheel of Time, but kind of more in the romantic aspects as well. That sounds like it's gonna tickle my fancy. That sounds like it's gonna butter my biscuit, okay? And I love this edition. I got it from Thrift Books. I don't think these books are in print anymore, but it was a library copy, and I just snipped that little library bullshit off of it. Anyway, what I was gonna say is, look at it. It's got like a map. Next we have Bloom by Delilah S. Dawson. I saw Riley from Riley Marie talking about this book in particular. Apparently it's kind of like a psychological thriller, but make it sapphic and disturbing. It's very short as well. It's a lot shorter than I was thinking that it was. This cover is fantastic, but that's all I know about it. Look at that. I'm a sucker for floral, okay? I'm literally a floral snob, but I'm really excited to get into this. The cover is gorgeous. It's super short. The last 2 books I have in this haul are literally just me falling into the hype, like falling into the hype train 100%, because we have Empire of Silence by Christopher Rocchio. I got my copy before it got sold out, but the only thing that I know about this is that people were comparing it to kind of like Red Rising meets The Name of the Wind. I don't know, but it sounds fucking fantastic and everybody's been loving it. I want more sci-fi, so we have sci-fi. So I'm really excited to see what's going down in the Sun Eater saga. The Sun Eater saga, Sun Eater series, the Sun Eater. We're eating some suns, perhaps. I don't know. And then the last one is, again, Joe fell into the hype. It's everyone's favorite fantasy book from 2023, The Will of the Many by James Islington. And again, people are comparing this to like Red Rising, and I don't know if that's true or not. All I know is that this is kind of Roman-esque, and there's magic called the will, and some people get their will taken away from them so that the rich and famous can use their will for dastardly deeds. I don't know. And I'm pretty sure there's some sort of magical school involved. All I know is that the hype for this is real, and I now own a copy of this beautiful, luxurious book. I'm super excited to read it. When will she read it? I don't know. So those are all of the books that I've acquired in the past few months. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to join the NotSoAverageJo army. We are currently in the process of starting a financial literacy course so that we can, not make questionable purchasing decisions in the future, because number 1, I'm running out of room. Number 2, my wallet has so much room, it's not even funny. But anyways, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week, and I will see you next time.